always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Underwood. Safe completion on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
The Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pulls it in, it's Hawkins. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. This is a designed run. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Through the air, it's Mateer. Working that left side now. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time.
There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Catch in the middle, it's Morgan. Smashes through the tackle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They want to run this quarterback. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Now they'll try the right side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Might as well stick with him. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They'll move the tight end. Here's the handoff. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Motion from the wideout. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one right now in Gainesville. They're up by 4 over Clemson. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the Big House. They'll try to power their way ahead. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Mateer. He's going to run it. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sacked first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
The throw to the outside is complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Back to pass. Under fire. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Inside. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He's taking the shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Makes the grab. It's Gibson. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here.
Let's go, get him, baby.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. Nifty little juke, and he's out to the 37 before he stopped.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. And now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The running back has it. Slithers into space. It's a running room. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the Swamp. They're up by 10 over Clemson. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Sooners want to move quickly. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Fires to the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Gibson. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. And the Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. At the 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Caught in the backfield. It's Haas. Makes one man miss. Still making moves. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Defense not showing press coverage. Give to the back. Makes it past the marker. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 off.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. A clutch throw and catch from the quarterback and the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And I tell you what, you want to get pressure on the quarterback, but these situations you drop so many guys back deep. But as a defender, you're not trying to catch the ball. You're trying to spike that thing as hard as you can into the ground. The defense has to do a better job, but the offense makes the big play, gets the huge Hail Mary.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fellow just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Fires left. It's caught downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on 1st down and a quarterback hit on 2nd down. Got to do a better job.
Makes the grab on the left. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, the lead is now down to 4, 35-31. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by 13 over Middle Tennessee. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Marshall. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Now on the move. There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Sends it back in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Really nice run there. And you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he is looking really good.
And the Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
To the air, it's Underwood. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And your offense, you're talking to each other the whole time. Look at the score. Understand the situation. We got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We got a chance to put this ball game away. We have to hold on to the football. 2 hands. Make sure I go to the ground with that thing in my possession. It's a big mistake that could cost them big.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. The give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Still on his feet at the 25. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 30. The 20. Touchdown Sooners. And that one will give them the lead.
This quarterback is so unique, and he's so special because of his running ability. His wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Underwood. With the catch, it's Marsh. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. Can't get him to the ground. And runs through another one. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. The offense changing the play. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And the defense had that one sniffed out from the start. But look at this. The offense back on the ball, going with some tempo. This defense has got to communicate fast and get lined up.
The play action fake. Now improvising. Finds his man. It's Frazier. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A run for the quarterback. Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
And the Sooners inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. From the gun, the running back has it. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one.